So in our pursuit of justice for Romeca, I was sitting here thinking, if Holly fired her gun 3 times and attempted a 4th time, and the 4th round jammed in the chamber, that means the weapon was malfunctioning or in a dangerous state. She did not clear or secure the firearm properly afterward. And then she allegedly placed the same loaded jammed gun back into the car with her baby. That's reckless endangerment. A jammed firearm can misfire or discharge accidentally, especially in a confined space like a car. Any trained and responsible gun owner knows you never bring a malfunctioning firearm near a child. Holly fired multiple times, endangering everyone around and nearby. Then she placed a loaded gun within reach of the baby she's claiming to be shielding and protecting. The presence of a baby in the vehicle means the firearm's proximity to a vulnerable person is unacceptable by any standard of protection. That's not maternal instinct. That's negligence. It honestly shows a lack of control, a lack of training, and a lack of genuine fear. Because someone truly trying to protect their child would prioritize getting the child to safety and not firing off rounds and then reloading a jammed weapon into a baby's space. There are actual studies, y'all, that show that when firearms are stored, loaded, and unlocked, the risk of unintentional shootings increase dramatically. Like literally over 90% of unintentional child shooting deaths involve firearms that were loaded and unlocked. Even transporting a firearm in a car requires special care because there are laws that often require locked containers or at least secure storage, especially when children are involved. Trainings as it pertains to like concealed carry and self-defense typically emphasize avoidance, de-escalation, safe storage and handling of the weapon, and properly holstering or containment of the weapon. So if someone fires multiple shots, jams a weapon, and then places it back into a space with a child, it really suggests that there's failure in every one of those key areas: judgment, training, safe handling, and storage. And by doing so, Holly isn't clearly operating under self-defense. They're operating in a high-risk scenario to themselves and others, including the child that she's claiming to protect. This act alone, under Illinois' law, could expose Holly to several possible potential criminal charges. For one, such as reckless conduct, which is defined as basically performing acts that cause or risk great bodily harm or endangerment to another. Leaving a jammed or loaded firearm within the reach of an infant or firing in a populated area can easily qualify as a Class A misdemeanor. Another charge is child endangerment. That could potentially be another criminal charge because it basically is a crime. Like when you commit a crime to knowingly cause or permit a child to be placed in circumstances endangering their life or their health. Firing a gun and then placing it jammed and loaded in a car next to a baby can meet that definition, which could also result in a Class A misdemeanor. Another charge, unlawful use of a weapon, could be a potential charge because depending on how the firearm was handled or stored, or whether she violated any carry restrictions, for example, carrying it in a way inconsistent with her permit or in a prohibited area, school zone, for instance, she could face a weapons handling charge. Mishandling a weapon in a way that threatens public safety can fall under this. So technically, Holly could potentially face charges related to reckless conduct, child endangerment, firearm misuse or unsafe handling, and of course, homicide-related charges as it pertains to Romeca. Each one depends on what the prosecutors can prove about her intent, her training, and actions before and after the shooting. Respectfully.